Unacceptable. Hang on here. Jesus. Unacceptable. I'm so sorry, guys. I noticed I muted myself on here. I was trying to mute Joe and I muted us both. We got to re-roll that intro.
And I was like, this is what I was doing this in the intro. Not because I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Damn, we were all rocking out behind the scenes too.
I was like thinking everyone else could hear it but me, but I was like, I'm just going to, okay, I'll do this.
From the top.
We're the non-fungible idiots, don't you know? Banging our heads to the rhythm of the code. We don't care about dollars or the shiny blade. We're just holding to zero. It's our everything. Round tripping positions, that's how we roll. We won't make a dollar, won't sell a thing. We're the zero holders, our anthem we sing. Zero holders, our anthem we sing. Zero holders, we're the kings of the sea. The non-fungible idiots will live in the dream. We're all on the zero, it's our way to be. In the world of NFTs, we're wild and free.
Literally, dude, don't even know what to believe now. Yeah, Joe. I unmuted you. They know you're not saying anything now. I don't know what's true or not. I don't know if you heard it, so I got to watch it back. And it probably was too loud. And holy shit,
We heard it that time.
what a way to start the show, man! Holy cow!
Yeah.
They were. I don't know if you were watching. They were saying they can't hear it still. I'm like, what? Like, literally.
Oh, still?
I think they were trolling.
They're fucking with you?
Yeah, which
Yeah.
is awesome.
Yeah.
Dude, you guys are awesome. That was hilarious.
You guys are cool.
You guys are cool.
You guys are cool.
Anyway, how we doing, man? Henry's gonna be here. A little late. He's got IRL stuff. IRL stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, he'll be here. Probably 5 minutes at this point because we wasted so much time.
So much time.
12 minutes late. It's a record.
12.
Woo. I'm saving our meaty topic. I'm saving the girth for Henry. You know,
You've been saying
because
girth a whole lot.
Henry likes regulation talk, and man, I did not like today's title was not clickbaity. It's a pretty hot topic, and it's a heated one, and I think we all got some pretty passionate takes on it, like real talk. But that is, what are they called? The Samurai wallet. The Samurai wallet guys getting arrested. It's Tornado Cash 2.0. It's bullshit. So yeah, I want Henry here for that because he's very much into the legal side of things, and I know he's changed a lot of his views on things here over the past couple of years, getting experience. So yeah, we'll save that for Henry. What did happen to Joe?
I think he's talking about this.
Yeah.
My robot hand. Oh, you guys didn't know? I broke it. I broke my hand. Yeah. I was naked. I was wet. I was filthy. And I was going down some stairs. No, I was going down some stairs. I fell backwards. I put my hand down. Accidentally slipped. My thumb went straight up my bunghole, and then it snapped. I mean, it felt kind of cool, but I ended up breaking my hand. No, I fell down some stairs and I broke this bone right here. It's called a spiral fracture. So I'll be in this thing for 4 weeks and then maybe 2 and a couple other, a smaller one for 2 weeks. They don't have, when I was a kid, when I was growing up, we had casts. We didn't have this fucking weird, whatever this is, this thing, Oh, look at this. Henry's here, guys. Look who's decided to show the fuck up. Is Hollywood Hills Henry the Grape. I hope he's got his sunglasses nice and polished for us. What's up, buddy?
Hey, what's up, man? I'm gonna share the tweet,
Oh yeah.
share the room, as they say.
Yeah, I'm doing that right now. Let's get it out. Let's get it out there, guys. Far and wide. There is a lot going on. So yeah, we got the topic, the Samourai wallet to talk about. By the way, hi Henry. Samourai wallet to talk about. Dog is in the wild, and that is, dude, it's cooking, and it's cooking in a way that I think a lot of people were probably doubting because of the FUD that's been out there. So that's big. NFTs are starting to cook. Honestly, even if you're not seeing it in the numbers yet, it is starting. We are about to enter another phase here. I feel it. I hope you guys feel it. I feel something.
Yeah. But, and I hate to be the bummer, but crypto has been a little bit stagnant, if not going back a little today with Bitcoin and ETH. So that wasn't cool.
Yeah. What is the cause of that? And also, does this feel okay? I'm taking that as a little shaking out thing before we take off. It feels like that to me.
I think so. I don't think that there's any real. There might be just like outflows or something like that. Who knows what it is? I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm not. I have no real guess, but I think it's probably that before we fucking moon, baby.
Dude, I think it's that. I do. I go purely by feels, no technical, nothing. It feels like we're about to lift off.
Yeah. What do you think, Top Gun? How's it going down there, Maverick?
Hollywood Henry.
It's going good, man. Yeah, going good. No, I feel the same. I'm really happy with seeing how Dog's doing. Yeah, I mean it's feeling juicy out there. And the more I don't want to say FUD. It's funny, like, the influencers, the cabal talking about ordinals or runes, some of them positive, some of them negative. Having been through some cycles, like everything just feels so scripted. You know what I mean? It's just like, all of us have our routines, the roads we go on all the time where you're just like, you're on the road, you know exactly where you're at. Even if you don't know the exit number, you're like, I know this, I know this, I know. And that's what this feels like right now is like, yep, been down this road. It's very normal. Thread guy saying this, K Money is saying this, so-and-so is saying that. And at the end of the day, I think some of what they're saying is completely true. Like, the more people FUD this, the better. The more people like that are let's say down on runes as an example, or down on ordinals. It's the same people who are down on ordinals at the beginning. People even like myself that at the very beginning didn't see it, that saw it quickly. I think the same thing's going to happen with runes. So I think to have Dog go to, I don't know what's that right now, 300+ million market cap. I mean, okay, let me just say this without going crazy long-winded. People strive their entire lives in startups, let's say, to create $100 million market caps. Like, to think that you can create a $300 million market cap. Let's use Runestone as an example. I don't even want to say overnight. They were $500 million before, before the snapshot was taken, and maybe combined between Runestones and Dog, they're still there. It's remarkable, man. It really is. It just goes to show the power of like this decentralized ecosystem. That's crazy to think that they were able to create that much value effectively out of thin air to a certain degree. And think what you want of Leonidas. At the end of the day, that takes like that isn't just luck. I'm sorry, that's not just luck. That is there's a skill involved in that. So I think where we're at right now is a really beautiful place.
Do you guys want to get into the rune stuff right now?
I don't know, Henry. Henry, do you want to take another bump of Coke before you go on another like fucking 3-hour discussion about that? Jesus Christ Almighty, you were feeling that.
Yeah, that might have. Sorry, dude. No, I like it. I was cruising Twitter a bit this morning and saw just the typical talking mouths, talking heads with their mouths saying the same crap, and I'm just like, here we are.
You know what sucks about being on a daily show that's recorded and on YouTube is if we say something stupid, which is inevitable that we're going to. Inevitable. Something we say is going to be so bad. But like, we might as well not be afraid of saying it. But what I will say is, doesn't it seem like some people are just kind of out of touch right now with what's going on? like with the Rune stuff. And so instead of being cool with it, they really just want to FUD, or at least like kind of half FUD. They half step in a little bit. They're like, So when it does happen, they can be like, well, I never said I fucking hated it, right? Like it does seem like a lot of the ETH maxi influencers that kind of blew up there are a little bit out of step with what's happening, which is interesting. I think it's very interesting. You know, whatever. I mean, I'm way out of step, so that's fine. But just it's
no. But along with that, I think is this idea, which is what a lot of these tweets I've read have said, or at least a handful of them, where they're saying like, yeah, and those people like Runes will take off, then they'll pull back, and then those midfluencers will then they'll talk about how they were always like, you know, then they'll start buying, pumping their bags, and start talking about how like they saw it early. Yeah. And I think the space is better off without those people. But the reality is you're like, yeah, of course that's going to happen. So it feels really good to be in this info stream, to have conviction and like what we all, I mean, Huda, you've been calling this. I mean, dude, how many not arguments, how many conversations did we have well over a year ago where you saw exactly what this was? You were kind of all in on ordinals. You're convincing me just so I could see it, like why this is so important. You are 100% correct. Every call you've had, 100% spot on. And this is no different. Like these people who aren't in and don't see it, we don't need them. And it's going to happen without them, by the way. So it feels good. It feels very predictable.
Dude, that's how I can make these calls, I think, so often. It is predictable, and everything follows a pattern, and I see these patterns usually pretty easily, but the influencers also have their pattern. By the way, okay, just wanted to make sure about this because we had some audio issues to start. Henry, you missed it. It was kind of half amazing. It was all amazing. It was double amazing. We did the intro, and I had the audio muted, so me and Joe are rocking out.
Well,
and they don't hear anything.
No, that's
and
not
when
what
we realized it, we stopped it, restarted it over. It was pretty. You got to rewatch.
You sound a little low to me, by the way.
I do.
Joe sounds normal.
Yeah, I'm on a new computer. But by the way, he starts playing I don't hear the music. I'm on a new computer today, so I thought maybe like he was muting, and I'm just having some fuckery in my computer. So I'm like this. I'm like doing this on the first cut to me in the theme song to like kind of say like I don't know what the fuck is going on here. And then Huda, when it cuts to him, he's like. Like trying to like I don't know what he was doing like, but I was like, dude, I'm trying to say that there's no fucking music. But
look at the rich guy here with a new computer. What's that like, Joe?
Yeah, right. Hey, I bet you the audio's a little better right now.
Wait,
yeah. Okay, cool. By the way, guys, reminder: share it out, get it out. We're gonna start getting into this stuff. But yeah, Rich Joe is maybe. Yeah, we need a nickname for Joe.
Tokyo Joe.
Just he's like, my computer's broken. I'll buy another. I got a couple.
Is that racist, Joe? Like Tokyo Joe? Is that?
I mean, honestly, I don't know if it's racist or not. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I mean, I don't really care other than like it's just, you know,
fair.
Okay, I do want to. I think we stay on Runes here. I do want to get to, of course, the Samourai wallet because again, spicy. But let's stay on Runes because it's hot. I also want to mention too, YouTube is having issues. 2 people have very generously done super chats yesterday and then this morning, and they don't show up on here. And I don't want that to happen without actually thanking you guys very publicly. So, Roneverse, that was you yesterday. Thank you for that. And I already DM'd you. Thank you. And then this morning, Tez, same thing. But I just want people to know, like, we appreciate that. Never ask for it. Never expect it. Ever. It's weird. It's weird when it happens.
We don't deserve it. We definitely.
It's like it's just like
not only do we not deserve it, Joe and I don't get any of it. So
I'll probably never set up the like you have to go through like a KYC. I think to actually like get anything you make, including ad revenue. Maybe one day. No, I should because we appreciate it for real.
Yeah, thank you.
So with that said, crypto. Crypto. No, I wasn't looking right before the show. No idea where we were at. I saw it during NFT Live, though, like that we did take a little bit of a hit. And like you guys said, none of us know why. I still don't know why. All I know is that we have a reason for it to go the other way here really, really soon. Like in a few days, like next Monday, I think that is. So we have Hong Kong's ETFs, both Bitcoin and Ethereum going live. I think that's pretty freaking bullish for this space.
Yeah. It's
just something to tuck away in the back of your mind here. And I do want to hit a broader market overview. We'll do that when we get to ETH NFTs, but staying again on Runes, Doge, 10 million in on-chain trading volume in the first 6 hours. Like, that is a wild milestone again, like you were saying, for something
Wait,
so
Doge
new.
or dog?
Oh, I'm sorry, dog. I'm gonna have to not
Okay.
make
Yeah.
that mistake, but dog. It's part of the brilliance of their marketing too. It's like I see it real quick and Doge is in my head. Like
Yeah, true.
it's they were very Leonidas was smart with this thing. Okay, this does tie in too, not directly with runes, but very, very close. Bloomberg is reporting on hedge funds maybe wanting to get in on meme coins, right? There's a lot of money coming in here. The same thesis about why meme coins on Bitcoin are going to do so well because there's so much money there. There's even more money outside of Bitcoin that wants in. They want in, and they want in for multiple reasons now. A lot of these guys, I mean, remember, was it Franklin Templeton had an article, and so did Fidelity, explaining what ordinals are. These people outside get it. In a way, a lot of people in the space actually seem to still not get it. They understand there's something going on in this space, and it's going to be worth a lot, and they definitely want in.
There's something really interesting happening because, like, I mean, I'm seeing it like from the project side, the amount of people reaching out, it kind of leaves me like in a little bit of shock of like what people are wanting to do. And maybe the fun part of it is to be like, yeah, we're not doing that.
The best part about like these fucking big companies and big people that come into the space is they have no fucking clue. Like taking meetings with these people, they have no fucking idea. You go over the basics and they're just like, oh, okay. Zero fucking ideas. It's amazing. There's like, there's money here. There's interest here. There's attention here. We want in, but we have no idea what to do.
No, you're spot on, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, spot on.
Now,
from all angles.
From all the dude, there's so many reasons, so many angles why this just makes sense. And then if you question the demand, which it's probably hard to do at this point, but if you do question the demand for this stuff, for runes in particular, this morning, or actually in the past 24 hours, not even just this morning, 72%, almost 73% of every transaction on Bitcoin, it was a rune transaction. Reminds me again of early ordinals and ordinals when they're in their little, they get these little runs for a few weeks here. Very similar thing, guys. This demand is not going to go away. It's not. People are going to see that success that tokens have over on Solana and on Base, and like we're starting to see over on Blast, and like we've already seen on ETH. People want it here. They do. They want it.
I might even say like it hasn't even started. I think what we're just seeing right now is just the people who are aware of it. This isn't those types of people, the hedge funds, the market makers, the VCs. This isn't them getting in yet. This is literally like maybe a little bit, but what we're seeing right now is just people who are in the know. And I think pretty soon that's going to extend way past. Like if you're listening to this show, you are crazy early. It is,
dude,
by no means too late.
Unbelievably early. The fact that most degens, I would say most people in this space still don't have exposure to ordinals or to runes, especially to runes, but they don't even have ordinal exposure yet. And like we talked about a couple days ago, with the price of fees being what they are, they will have to work very hard to get ordinal exposure. That's good and bad, right? There is definitely a negative to that too, the expenses, but man, you cannot mint, you cannot inscribe stuff right now. It's so expensive. Yeah, really spicy ecosystem.
We're not financial advisors, are we? Did anything happen overnight?
We are not financial advisors still.
Okay.
So well, are we?
No, I'm not. I guarantee I'm not.
Same.
Yeah.
Gift is. Gift. I see you tuning in today. It's cool to see you, man. Gift is a financial advisor. Definitely follow that financial advice there.
But one of the things that I heard that I got like a raging boner about was that like I think it was Anson was like talking about like getting in before it's even a thing, right? And so like with runes, like it scared me to get involved. Luckily, Henry was kind of like super jacked on it. Huda, you've been super jacked on it. And so like getting exposure to that, like it's funny to be early because when you're early, everything is against you. It's a stupid idea. No one wants you to do it. You're afraid to do it. All that sort of stuff happens. But that's kind of when you have the biggest gains or potential for a win. So like, I don't want to like get like jack people up and get them pumped. But it does seem is the 300 mil, is that good or should it be even more? Are expectations higher, or what do you think?
So yeah, let's that's good to give it some context. 300 mil is fucking fantastic for out of the gate. It puts it as the number one meme. Like it flipped RSIC already.
Yeah.
Their goal though, they're very ambitious. It is like 1 billion is the first goal. It is 2 billion or so to catch up with WIF. It is like 3 billion to catch up with Pepe, but they're not aiming for that. They're aiming for basically SHIB or Doge, which is like 13 billion and 20 billion. That is the goal with these tokens. And in an ecosystem like this, again, those coins are on Doge and on Solana, or excuse me, on Ethereum. SHIB is on Ethereum. You should, in theory, be able to pull off a much higher price token or bigger market cap on Bitcoin. There's so much more money here.
And it's there. I mean, 300 million is not chump change. I mean, it's there. I mean, if there's anything there, it's a first or second step in this direction, and it's not fucking falling flat. So that's very encouraging for what's to come, I guess.
Yeah, in fact,
and what's interesting about the runes in general is that I think, I don't want to say unlike other chains, that there isn't like a ranking system of how early you are, right? But like there isn't really a ranking system of how early you are. And what's cool about etching is it's like it's there, and I think that gives a significant advantage to some of these early runes. Is that like there's something there that will always be there in a way that, you know, a Solana meme coin, you know, shit coins on ETH just don't really have, is that sort of that annotation of like, oh, you're the number 1, you're the number 2, you're the number 3 forever, regardless of where your market cap is.
The provenance is something different entirely.
It is.
This is the weirdest mix of a fungible, non-fungible asset. It's really, really interesting. And I still think there's that cool element of when the block arrives where you can start inscribing smaller characters or smaller tickers. The fact that everybody knows on certain dates that very big meme coins will all of a sudden be birthed. Like we know in 69 days or so, there's going to be Donald J. Trump. We know it. And we know that's going to be a huge hit. That's something that also doesn't exist on other chains. It's like you find out about them after the fact, but you're going to know basically ahead of time on this date that token's going to exist. Obviously it will.
We don't know that.
Yeah, unless somebody already took like Donald J. Trump convicted or whatever, in which case somebody can't then take Donald J. Trump.
Is that true?
Is that right?
You can't take the... Why would you not be able to?
I'm pretty sure once... okay, maybe I'm wrong on that. I thought once you have it etched that... Or maybe that it's going to be that like
you can't repeat the beginning part of it. Is that
no, you definitely can, because I've seen multiple like that. Like when I did Magic Eden runes, there are like 8 other Magic Eden somethings.
Okay, so Yoda,
yeah, there's something there. I'll get back to you on what it is.
No, yeah, I'm very interested to hear that. But as of now, I'm just going to assume as long as it's unique, you know, to the character count, that it should fly. Hopefully, flies. And if not, yeah, that changes a little bit, but. If it works out that way, again, that means every time we have a character length change, we're going to get all new memes coming in, and some of them will just be like, you know, almost automatic cookers.
So what happens? Does it have to do with the blocks, or does it just have to do with the names? Like, how does it start to get smaller and smaller?
It's just it's every I don't remember the number of blocks, but let's just throw out a random number. Every 100 blocks, you can now inscribe 12 character tickers, and then, you know, like that 120 blocks later again, you're now down to 11 character tickers, and then 10. So, you know, picture if ENS unlocked in a certain way like that.
Yeah.
And then the way people like Domain Squad, it's very similar, but with freaking meme coins, and memes power everything now. And that's such a big part of this too.
We got a ton of people listening in on Twitter, on X, 581.
No. Dude, 777 live right now across Twitter and YouTube. Guys, you're bonkers.
I just want to say stupid things that it's going to make that go down now.
Well, you can try.
But okay, I want to say something. This isn't stupid, but like going back to like being early, right? And like the threat or like the risk is always on the early people. I used to work in the restaurant business, and I was a server, and the restaurant would take our tips, right? And it was getting really bad, and I ended up suing the restaurant, right? But the lawyer wanted to do like a class action, which means that there's lots of people involved. But like in the beginning, no one wanted to join up. Everyone was scared. No one wanted to piss off the restaurant. It was just like me and another person. As we got further and further down the road and more people started to join, and then we ended up getting money, everyone started to join in. Like the people that benefited the most are the people that like didn't do shit, which is an interesting concept. But the beginning people takes on the majority of the risk. And hopefully in our case, it would be most rewarded. You know what I mean? So it kind of just made me think of that for whatever reason. What's the viewer count now? Sorry,
Almost 800. And, okay, guys, and
I didn't lose them.
so Joe made a really cool observation yesterday. It is so fucking cool. Joe, you feel free to share, but it's an observation about viewer count.
Oh, okay.
Do you like
Remember what I said?
Yeah.
What did I say?
Well, just okay. Our viewership on certain days and certain episodes mirrors like stuff like Rug Radio's show, like their morning show, which is crazy.
Did I say that?
You did, yeah. It might have been me saying that actually. Did I say that?
No,
Either way, it's happened.
I was saying it in a private manner because I would never go on here and start talking shit about Rug Radio.
No, that wasn't shit talking. That's like they're top dog, dude. For us to pull numbers like that here right now is awesome. It's awesome, and that's more. Again, it's about the people watching. It's you guys. So
if we did have to fight them physically, because there's 3 of them, I would
Farouk's
assume,
jacked. Did you see his pictures today?
Yeah. Could you fight? Well, yeah, I did see those pictures. I don't know how I felt about that. Like, would you ever go and post pictures of yourself flexing with your hairy chest on Twitter?
I'll do it tomorrow.
Okay, good. Okay.
Yeah. It's going to look not like that, but
if you had to fight him, do you think you could win?
No, dude.
Okay.
I've literally been sitting at my desk for 3 years atrophying. Like, dude, I couldn't like Henry's daughters could kick my ass. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding, dude.
Henry, would you fight?
I like pressed 450 today. That was hey, I'm working my way because I've had 4 knee surgeries. So
Would you fight Mando or would you fight OSF Ovi? Henry.
Me?
Yeah, you.
I'm a lover, man. I mean, if I was doing it for like some charity or something, I'll go in with anybody.
Cool. You got to pick one, and then you got to see if you think you would win.
I don't know what either of them look like, but I'm short, stocky. You know, it's got to end up on the ground, bro. It's got to be some grappling. We're not standing up. I don't have the reach, but I'm okay if we're on the mat.
Okay, then I would fight. I guess I would have to fight Ovi, right? But Ovi did combat. Yeah, Ovi. OSF.
Ovi. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, are we challenging Rug Radio to a Royal Rumble?
It sounds like
WWE style.
Well, I'm saying OSF did that combat, like the crypto combat, where he beat someone in a boxing match.
Yeah, he looked tough.
I got him. I'll take.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have like you guys know in like Dune you can have somebody fight for you. I'm gonna have Gift fight for me. Kid's my fighter.
Nice.
Spicy news. What's the spicy news?
Oh, thank you for that, Huda. Thank you so much for that.
Go,
Zoom in.
Not only is he posing, look at the side view. He's like,
this is what I can't stand because like Tiffany Gomez or whatever, that lady, that crazy plane lady who is like, like used that to make internet fame. I noticed it there too. And like, it's everybody does it. Why do people take pictures and they do the side pose? And
more importantly, why are the pants down like at that level? It's weird.
Because you get to see that, the hip thing. That's really good. I like seeing that. It almost points you down to the crotchal area.
Yeah.
Like
again,
it's like, here, welcome to the crotch area.
Bro, this is the cabal right here. Like right here. Yeah, there we go. That's the Becker Huda combo.
What do you mean Becker Huda? This is straight.
Sorry.
Huda.
Sorry. All Huda. That's all.
All right, we should probably move. Let's move on. Do you want to move on?
Yeah, keep going.
I don't know. But yeah. Let's get this off. Let's get off this screen.
There's too much testosterone in here for that.
Kind of like still in the Runes ballpark, but also like we've all these things that intertwine with it and give us all that conviction. But man, it's kind of like it's memes. It's all about memes. Everybody throws their money at memes. It's kind of like what's powering everything. It is like in the same way that community is the lifeblood of an NFT project, memes are the lifeblood of meme coins. I mean, it's in the freaking name. And I thought this was a cool post today. Like the top gainers, I mean, some big gainers here in crypto. It's all just like the best memes. Good, funny, solid memes. I love it, dude. It's just what's powering the space. And we have all these cool stories. By the way, here's just random market cap. I'm going to switch to OKX in a moment to show market cap. But we got all these cool stories recently, too, that are also meme-related stories, but on the NFT side. So we talked about this one, right? We've got this meme that's for sale over on Foundation right now, and I'm curious what the bid is up to. A few weeks ago, it was the dog with hat. That photo sold for 4 point something million, And then, and we talked about this on NFT Live earlier today too, and we were on it, I think, last week. But the dog from Doge, that dog, the rights to that was purchased a couple of years back, and they're starting to like sell merch with it, officially licensed merch. The power of memes, dude, and the money that's behind it is so wild. Basically, we're going through a little evolution of meme coins right now and meme culture, and it's great. And I think it is just the start.
Can I ask a question about this that I'm not sure about? So
This here?
yeah, sure, about this one in general. Like who? I'm assuming the meme, the provenance of who minted it, like what wallet it came from, is the important part of this, right? Like, what's to say? Because it's almost like the whole JPEG argument, right? Like but honestly, like with this, if you buy this, what makes this one uniquely different from, let's say, if Henry's like, I'm going to now sell it out of my wallet, like.
Right.
What's I'm assuming with the Doge dog, it came from the actual owner that owned the dog, and so the copyrights came from that. But like the nightclub meme, like how does that work? Like if you buy that, how is that special?
It's a great point. It is why hopefully things are, kind of their origin comes from the blockchain in the future, somehow, some way, like cameras that'll actually, kind of timestamp it and mint it. But yeah, this one has to go through a process of being vetted too. And so this one they're saying was shot by the photographer David Wilkinson, unbranded, but with metadata confirming its creation date and authenticity. So this one's been verified. And just imagine though, like we know the blockchain solves that issue, like the digital forensics that have to be done to verify certain things that doesn't have to be done anymore because the blockchain. It's cool shit.
Well, you know what's interesting? I did have to work with a bunch of like photography and like fine art pictures and stuff like that for like blockchains and stuff. And a lot of times they'll do like additions, and there's also these like kind of weird minutia details of like, you can own this, but you don't own the rights to it. And like, so it's a whole big legal mumbo jumbo when it comes to all this stuff. It's interesting.
Absolutely. Yeah, dude, absolutely. Who was that? Was it Lemon or Assassin? But someone asking about where there's charts for these tokens. I don't think quite yet on OKX. Yeah, no charts here. And I'm still itching for that too. I'm sure it's coming. Someone's going to make a fortune, gating that somehow, or hopefully it's just an open tool. But yeah, I've not seen any actual charts yet for runes. But we at the very least have this, market cap, holder count, all that good stuff. Yeah, and you see, so Dog Go to the Moon, it's down a little right now. Was almost 350 mil earlier, down to about 300 mil right now. Arsic, 242 mil. I actually bought one of these today. I bought an Arsic. So in the game there.
Nice.
But I'll tell you what, man. I don't know why it's sorting it out of order, but some of these market caps are not real. Sorry, let me sort this. But like that Feihu one, that's not it's not a $2 billion token, right?
No.
Even though it says that's what the market cap is. It's not a $2 billion market cap. It's like 1% of those tokens are out on the market and being traded, so it kind of skews the numbers. So just so people are aware of that. But it is the number one token, though, so it maybe will one day. But anyway,
so we're happy with these numbers, yes? Especially Henry. You're looking at these numbers from a perspective of like you're going to be going onto this market. How are you feeling about these numbers? Could they be more bullish? Are you bearish about it? What do you think?
No, I'm like, personally speaking, I'm happy with it. I think I think it looks good. It's nice to be able to like observe a little bit, see what's happening, and yeah, I say be able to react to it. It's just nice to have that opportunity versus just like, here you go, and like, of course there's going to be a here we go moment, but it's nice to be able to sit back a little bit, secure the provenance, see what's going on, and then be able to do what we're doing.
Yeah. Tell you what, the market loved it this morning when Dog made it out in the wild and people saw it didn't tank. And I think that's what a lot of people were expecting. It's going to get in traders' hands and they dump it.
What would tank be? 15?
Like I would say market cap at under 100 mil would be like, I don't know. It's hard to say because it's still 100 mil, but I don't know if people would consider that a disaster maybe. Like that, I don't know. But the fact that it didn't do that,
I think ultra bullish would be the first one shoots up to $1 billion. Like that, just like it's out of the gate. This is the first one. Let's fucking go. That sort of thing would probably be, I mean, if we're talking
still
about
takes some time, I think, to get there, but yeah.
I wonder how long it took Whiff to get there in Pepe.
Yeah, especially with all the FUD that's been around the past couple days. You know what I mean? There's probably a lot of weird people not pulling the trigger because of that.
Yep. But hey, the fact that it came out so strong. So I was watching these. I'm looking for indicators like how is it doing, and then how are people going to react? And that just tells me on positive news. Then those ordinal facing or those rune facing ordinals are going to pump. I mean, that's kind of common sense. But rune stones were at basically 0.02, so they moved a decent amount, and Prometheans were at about 0.045. And after people saw that dog was actually performing well, they're like, oh my God, because we need a leader. We need somebody showing what potential is out there. Seeing it have a strong showing and the market cap growing, well, that got people buying up Prometheans, which was cool. And, you know, it's a good health check for the space, and it's looking pretty darn healthy, I think.
Cool.
I do want to check that whiff thing, though. If anybody out there knows, by the way, how long did it take whiff to get to $1 billion market cap? I don't think it was long. I mean, a few weeks, maybe a month, and maybe same with, man, did Bohm ever hit a mil?
A bill, you mean?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, a bill, yeah. But in general, it's stuff I'll look into later anyways, but very, very curious about that.
Yeah, let's not figure it out now.
Yeah, fair. Need to wait for, that has to happen. We need these on those exchanges. Like, that is a requirement. But, dude, I think it's hard to picture they don't want to get in on this. You know, get their cut, because there's a lot of money to be made, a lot.
Also, I think a major difference between runes and just like, you know, shit coins, meme coins is there's ecosystems behind some of these. Do you know what I mean? Like whiff, like what's whiff? It's a meme, and that works. The memetics work to launch it. But you know, you look at Prometheans, you look at rune stones, you look at as a rune stone holder, what that potentially got you from other communities. I would expect the same happens with Prometheans, where somebody has a Promethean. I mean, people are already reaching out to us like, hey, we want to include you as our first project to onboard for our project. Like,
wow,
there's something different with these pre-runes that I think the prior meme coins, Pepe, Whiff, Mog, all those, they just don't really have the same, potential mechanics.
If nothing else, you've already got the promotion that a lot of these other coins won't get unless they succeed. Like, you can't just go out there and not get what you guys have gotten to the build up to it. So that's already a kind of a win there.
But you know, going forward, it's like there's something to the Bitcoin ecosystem in general, which is about like rewarding, you know, in the way that we did with Prometheans, like rewarding early communities, rewarding solid communities. And I think people, projects, tokens in the future will use these as their way to be able to vampire and kind of mass distribute to what they consider to be solid communities. So I think that's something that makes these really unique, because you didn't see all types of projects launching meme coins, right? Like you saw like MFers do it. There's some that do, but I think Bitcoin just has a real opportunity that that's still, I mean, that's why runestones still hold a value, because not just for the second drop, but because like, what could you get from having a runestone? You know, who could drop you what? So it'll be interesting to see how that all plays out.
Yeah, it's like a brand new type of asset. I love it. Good points all around here. Let's get to then.
Yeah.
Say that again, Henry.
I was gonna say, like, we talking Samourai, or did you already talk?
It's time for Samourai. Absolutely. We're 40 minutes in. By the way, crossed 1,000 viewers. So yet again, cool milestone. Super freaking cool milestone, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. So this was not on my radar, guys. I didn't know Samourai Wallet existed, and it just goes to show you, someone who's decently plugged into the Bitcoin ecosystem. I would never call myself an expert, but plugged in enough. And I've never used it. I didn't know about it. And this kind of thing interests me too, because I did follow along with Tornado Cash. I think a lot of us ultimately or eventually did. This is Tornado Cash, but on Bitcoin. And I think with a couple guys who are based here in the United States. That I'm still trying to find out. But these guys were arrested.
Huda, before we dive into this, I'm a complete fucking idiot. You know that. You did a good description of Tornado Cash for Bitcoin, but can you explain what kind of function Tornado Cash does and how that relates to this ecosystem?
Yeah, absolutely. And again, this is a good one to understand because it's important, and it's all about privacy. So Tornado Cash is an application that, think of it like an exchange. It basically lets you deposit some type of coin and then withdraw that type of coin, but it mixes it up with other people's coins before you pull it back. It is a way to wash funds, but it's also a way to not have people track your wallet, right? So I have my wallet and I still want to have some money or I want to get funds, right? I can send it there. I can withdraw from another wallet address and they can never connect the two wallets. They can't
Oh,
connect
that's
the one
cool.
that sent it from the one that received it because they've all been intermingled, all those tokens.
Thank you for that. Go on.
Yeah, and that's what it all boils down to. So this is a version of that on Bitcoin. Oh, by the way, so yeah, the Tornado Cash dev, the guy who just coded the site, right? Code is speech, in my opinion, free speech, right? He built a site that could be used for very good things, and I'm sure is used for good things. Happens to be some bad actors that use it too. Exactly what's going on here. So this site, this wallet also will intermingle funds. You can't really trace where money is coming from and going to per se. You can't connect the dots, and that's a problem. That's a problem from people who want to steal your life, your privacy,
Your taxes.
And, what's it say that again, Joe?
Taxes.
And that too. It's pretty fucked. And yeah, at this point, the space is kind of rallying around whatever they can right now. I wonder if there's going to be donations set up for these guys, legal defense. But yeah, there's nobody here cheering this on other than the bad guys, right? You know, like the people who are trying to destroy this all anyways. They're the only ones trying to tear this down.
Well, okay.
Okay, and this is why, Henry, I told Joe beforehand I was very curious to get his thoughts on this as far as how Joe feels about privacy, and I guess how much this stuff needs to be regulated, given that he's a bleeding heart liberal and SJW and,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I care about things. Sorry about that, guys. Do you actually want to know my opinion on this?
Yeah, I do. I do actually think we're probably very much on the same page, but maybe not.
No. I mean, we're kind of on the same page. I mean, the thing that sucks about the government right now, with crypto especially, is that like it just doesn't know what the fuck they're doing. It has no idea. They're running around with their fucking heads up their asses, and they're just trying to just quell fires, but they don't know that it's like in someone's house cooking food. You know what I mean? Like they just don't. I don't know if that's a good. Whatever.
I didn't get that one.
Yeah, whatever. Don't use that. But I think that we do need structure going forward. We do need to, basically have a system where we can grow legally, and have some clarity on what the fuck we're doing, so we just don't feel lost all the goddamn time, and we don't feel like we don't know what to do. And when we don't know what to do, we're just kind of rolling around and probably making up and fucking around and not knowing what's going on. So I feel as if we need to get to a place where maybe being able to wash your coins isn't needed, or is more seen as not a crime, but yeah, a crime, I guess, right? Like you don't want to wash your money, but right now they don't have anything in structure, so I don't care. Like they shouldn't do that. They should be focused on regulating it in a good way that we can all feel good about and grow and get our bags in a happy way. I don't know.
Should you have the right to transact anonymously?
I mean, I want to. I mean, yeah, I kind of want to. I mean, yes. I mean, the thing is, it's so not black and white, Huda. It's really not. So to say that is kind of impossible.
Well, to have the right kind of is a black and white thing. How you get there, how do you actually achieve it, is where the black and white comes, right?
No, Henry, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Joe.
No, because I'm just fucking floundering. I was just going to say that like there's regulations, there's things that happen. It's not always black and white. You can drive a car if you have 16, you get a license, you pass these tests. You know what I mean? It's not black and white. There's structure in order for you to have the rights to do certain things.
Yeah, I was just going to add, like, what they're classifying them as is a money transmitter. And there's already rules put out by the Treasury Department. You have the Bank Secrecy Act. You've got all the KYC, AML standards that, exchanges are need to be in compliance with. But one of the areas where I think these guys really messed up was that they were specifically soliciting investments using their ability to trade gray and black markets. So like they were sourcing investments from people and using you know, you could look at a DEX and their, you know, the reason they say that we don't fall under this regulation of KYC, AML, or why we're not a money transmitter is that we just created a computer code that allows people to do this, right? So they're kind of like distancing themselves from the actual transaction. If you look at like Uniswap, they're like, no, we just created code and that allows it. These guys were going out, and by the way, that didn't stop Uniswap from having anybody up their ass, right? But these guys are going out soliciting investments, saying like, yeah, and what we do is that we're able to facilitate anonymous trading of, you know, black markets, gray markets, and that was like their selling point. And I think when you do that and you're US based, you are incredibly dumb. You obviously don't have a legal department.
So hold on,
you're doing that.
Were they getting investments from shady people, or are you just saying like, hey, we're doing shady shit? Are you interested in helping us?
Yes. Yeah, that's that.
Where do you see that? I'm curious.
I can, let me see if I can find the article.
Yeah, because that is super stupid. I still would argue they have. I mean, I would like to argue that like they have every right to do that. It's stupid. It is inviting trouble.
Yeah, I mean, the reality is, if you are doing anything and you're a U.S. based company, you know, we've talked about this a lot on this show. You fall under the jurisdiction of whatever rules exists and what rules don't exist, and that they're able to look at anything you're doing through the lens of rules that were theoretically written, you know, 100 years ago.
Yeah.
And if you're going to continue to operate that way, then just be ready for the day of reckoning, as stupid as it may be, and be prepared to be able to fight it. But if you're going out and you're doing those things, which I'll find that article, that in itself is like incredibly short-sighted.
As a bleeding liberal as I am, like, you probably lean to the other way, right? Like, you're like, I don't know, what, a fucking asshole or something like that. Like,
well, I lean more
I think I'm
towards
more like libertarian. Like, I feel
Right.
like I don't
So-
affiliate anywhere, but more that way.
in the United States of Henry, do you do no rules, or do you do rules? If we had to do black and white, what would you do?
In the United States of Henry,
Right.
no, like more to the side of no rules than rules, because it's always a cat and mouse game. If they're not mixing it through here, they're doing it with cash, right? Like, how much money is laundered through cash that isn't caught? And so, like, at the end of the day, I realize what they're trying to do. You know, they mask it by saying, well, we're trying to stop, you know, illegal activities, terrorists from being able to launder money. But let's find another way to do it, by the way. This isn't like, oh, we just stopped Al-Qaeda from their next potential attack. So, yeah, I think I lean more towards no rules than I lean towards rules.
I feel like they have this track record of the rules usually almost always seem to lead to abuses of power, and I think that's all it is at this point. It's just unrelenting abuses of power.
So hold on though. Let me just take the opposite. Like, when we talk about Sam Bankman-Fried or whatever, these things like that, like, once you start playing in there's no rules, and when Henry, can I finish? I know there's something.
I didn't say anything, bro.
I know you were pumped.
I just went like this.
Okay.
No, you cut yourself off.
I know, because there was some
Don't put that on me, Joe. Don't put that on me.
But I'm saying that like we're in the fucking Wild West, right? Like, if you don't try to go to a legitimate place, people like us, we might put our money in these dexes or these exchanges, and if these assholes aren't abiding by rules, then we could end up getting completely wiped of all of our cash and get fucked. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It seems like a dangerous game that we're playing. And I know that we all know that it's a dangerous game. It's just, I'm wondering, what's the utopia of what we're living in? Is it to go the opposite way, or is it go to the other way? Anyway, next, let's just move on. Anyway, let's go.
Let's respond.
Let's go. Oh yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was just going to say, because you referenced like SBF, and to me, that's a perfect example of somebody who is really entwined in our politics, right? Donating to political campaigns, multiple meetings with the SEC. And I'm like, so yeah, by the way, do you know what our rules got us? Do you know what all of these things that were intended to protect consumers got us? They got us FTX. So to me, I think that's case in point as to like why that doesn't really matter. Who'd I link you to the Justice Department's
No, you're right.
Like,
That's a great point. But I guess the thing is that doesn't that more show just how stupid the government officials are, that they are willing to go and hang out and listen to these guys when they have no idea what the hell crypto is about, no idea what wallets are about, no idea what any of this stuff is about. Like, it just seems like the government's pretty much clueless about what's going on.
can I read this, Huda? This is right from justice.gov. So it goes on to say, yeah, kind of towards the bottom. Well, first off, there's a tweet where he welcomes new Russian oligarch Samourai wallet users. So it's sanctioned Russian oligarchs.
Wow.
It goes on to say, similarly, Rodriguez and Hill possessed and transmitted to potential investors marketing materials that discussed how Samurai's customer base was intended to include criminals seeking privacy or the subversion of safeguards and reporting requirements by financial institutions. For example, in Samurai's marketing materials, Rodriguez and Hill similarly acknowledged that the individuals most likely to use a service like Samourai include individuals engaged in criminal activities, including restricted markets. And then it shows like some screenshots of it. So like these guys were straight up stupid. Yeah, there you
Is
go.
that
That's
all
where
on
he
this
welcomes.
site?
Yeah, that's all there. So that's the Russian oligarch tweet above. And right there is where they talk below that screenshot right there. Similarly, this is where they talk about them marketing the kind of illicit activities.
Nice. Good
Is
work.
that this
above.
part here? Dark gray
Yeah,
market
in the statement
participants?
above there is where they talk about how they were, marketing it. Now they give a screenshot that doesn't really seem applicable to what they're saying above, but
Gotcha.
I kind of want to just throw like the conspiracy theory of like you can't trust the government. Like, do you remember when the SEC lawyers, attorneys resigned because they were acting in fraudulent ways? Like, so it's like like this is there. You get like they're putting this together. Like, I don't know, man. I just honestly, the way that I want everything to work is that like, okay, once I take my crypto and put it in my bank account, you can tax me on that. Otherwise, fuck off. You know what I mean? Like, don't fucking do anything unless you figure it out yourselves. Just quit fucking with us, right? Like, just go to your fucking caves, do what you need to do. Wake me up when you're like have some clarity, and stop, like annoying me with all the dumb shit that you're doing.
Here,
yeah,
Joe.
D-Gen Hulk said also interesting news that I didn't really see all over Twitter. That the Justice Department wants CZ from Binance to serve. They recommended 3 years in prison.
Yeah.
What's interesting is I think in his cooperation agreement, like basically anything over 18 months, he had the ability to appeal. So if they just, I think, charged him 18 months or less in prison, or if they sentenced him, I believe, according to his agreement, he couldn't appeal it. So I just find it funny that they went for 3 years. Like, nah, we could put him away for a little bit, kind of white collar crime, but no, let's go more.
Yeah,
These
Savages,
man, for real.
Bad freaking dudes. Well, why don't we get started then on bullish bearish? I was thinking maybe we go a little long because we started a little late, but we don't necessarily have to. I think we hit the biggest topics, and I think one of these bullish bearish maybe brings us to the point of talking a little ETH NFTs, which I think is worth doing as we kind of get towards wrapping up. So let's do bullish bearish. We'll go Henry, Joe, and then me. Bullish bearish on, by the way, great conversation, guys. I just got to say, like, these are big topics, and there's I think they'll kind of be unraveling it over the next many days and weeks. And
yeah, if I had to
more
give that,
cases, but
if someone was right and someone was wrong, Henry was way more well versed than I was on that one. So good job, Henry.
Well, he brought some stuff I didn't know about. I didn't know they marketed it quite that way. As much as I like those kind of platforms, like dumb to invite, to put that out in writing and raise on that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But guys, this is awesome. I like, I freaking love this. To me, this makes a ton of sense. A new on-chain betting platform. It is sports betting, right? So Major League Baseball, NBA, NFL, MMA, hockey, all of it. Right on-chain, on the base blockchain. Also on-chain poker with a token called BET. Bullish, bearish for gambling, on-chain gambling. Henry, you're from...
Starts with me, but before that, I'm giving a shout out to Mio because he DM'd me saying that he's been watching and enjoying. So,
nice.
Awesome.
That means a ton, right? He's a bro.
Yeah.
I love that guy. Shout out to Mio, founder of Kongs, awesome dude. I am super bullish on BetBase.
Just let's
Shut
come
up,
on.
Joe.
Come on.
No, not about Mio, bro.
You're
If you
right.
wanna take
Okay.
20
Go
minutes to talk about Mio. No, but bullish on bet base.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, this plays for the rest of the show now. Okay, Joe.
He didn't. Did he say bullish bearish? He just started
He said
talking about
bullish.
Mio. Okay, bullish. I'm gonna go.
And Mio says hi to you guys, by the way.
What's
Hey,
up, Mio?
I'm gonna go bullish.
With you, bullish. So cool. So cool. I hope that kind of stuff just keeps growing and growing. Online betting makes so much freaking
Can I just say
sense.
one thing real quick? I know
Yeah.
I'll keep it quick. So Rare is actually it was one of the first things I did when I got involved in NFTs. It is a really good way to use your NFTs. I have to say that it's flawless. Go ahead. Sorry about that.
Dude, bullish on So Rare. Had them on a podcast with the Crypto Slam Clubhouse. Awesome.
Yeah.
They were freaking awesome. Their product is amazing. Like giga bullish on So
They're ahead
Rare.
of their time, man. For real.
Way ahead. Biden officially signs the bill to ban TikTok. Unless it's sold, bullish bearish on the United States government banning social media applications. Granted, this one is not owned by a U.S. company. So, bullish bearish on Joe Biden.
Not bullish on Biden, but TikTok. This is weird, right? If they are spying on us, then I feel like something needs to be done. But I don't know on this one, man. I really don't know.
Hold on. I'm going to MSNBC to find
What is my
opinion.
take?
What's my opinion on this?
What's Joe Scarborough's opinion on this?
What's Joe Scarborough's opinion? Rachel Maddow, please. No, I'm gonna say I'm fucking bearish on this bullshit. Unless there's an actual reasonable, because everything that I saw in the when they talked about it, when they brought whatever the guy's name is in charge of TikTok, like it seemed like the Chinese government was not involved. If they are, then that's a different opinion. But I'm bearish on this right now.
I gotta believe they are involved, and I also do not like us policing things like this at all. With that said, GIF has brought up a good point. And I know we got to do this quick because we're not supposed to give comments, but GIF is like, this isn't banning it. It is simply a Chinese company cannot own it and have it work here. You got to sell it to a US based company and then it exists still.
Yeah, I know, but it's
bullish on the chaos, sir. Bullish on the chaos.
Yeah, you can be that. I'm bearish on them banning this. Hate TikTok though. Hate it.
Love Biden.
Here's another. This is cool, dude. There's been some cool shit the past couple days. The Department of Transportation announces a new rule for all airlines requiring automatic cash refunds if flights are canceled, delayed, or if luggage is lost. Automatic cash refunds.
Okay.
Yeah. Preferred in crypto, but very bullish on it.
Love that.
Okay. Very fucking bullish, and I think that I deserve a second here to say, like, we shit on a lot of the Democratic shit right now. Want to take a second to say these Democratic policies, they did a really good job here. Let's give them flowers, as Huda would say.
We chum the water, sir.
We chum the water.
Chum the water. I like it. Bullish. Nice quality of life thing again.
Fuck yeah.
Nice.
Power
nice. Yuga Labs, after just selling off a whole bunch of their IP to Faraway, which does include the sewer pass. And in theory, that includes this key that somebody bought for like $1.something million last year. Well, it is not going with them. In fact, even if it does, there's a duplicate that's staying in the Bored Ape ecosystem, I think. So a new golden key. Henry. Bullish bearish on this golden key and Yuga Labs approach. How did they handle this? Bullish bearish on how they handled that.
Weird. We made another one. Bearish.
Okay. Oh shit. Okay. Bullish. I like there being a key to the city. I love that. It reminds me
now, sir.
Yeah, I mean that's a key to something else. Somebody here thought they bought a key to the Yuga Labs ecosystem in a way, like Azuki's "You the Real MVP," something like that. I like that.
They need to do something better. To me, that sounded like they just pulled some shit out of their ass. Like, oh fuck, this is terrible PR. Here's another key.
Well, fair. I just wonder because they're saying it was always meant to have this other part of it, like it was part of the Bored Ape lore, and they did.
That's what they're saying now, Huda. That's what they're saying.
It's fair. It's a fair point. Absolutely.
All
right,
move on.
Bored Ape holders also getting their 3D avatars. Also, their floor price like at 13 ETH all of a sudden. Bullish bearish on maybe Bored Apes finding their bottom and on their way back to relevancy.
Giving 3D avatars is something we did like almost 3 years ago, so not impressed.
Easy.
Yeah.
Hang on.
I mean, it's just the truth. That's all. Hard for me to be like, holy shit, when we've lived with that for years. So
let's go, Top Man. Let's go.
Neutral.
Quit doing quit doing the flybys and let's drop it. Neutral, did you say? Fucking changing the rules of the game. I'm gonna go bullish because new CEO. Let's give him a little time. Let's go.
I love it.
Uda, go give it to us.
Kind of bearish, to be honest. Similar to Henry's thing. It's like this is just showing me more and more that they had not been building over the past few years, like really much anything. So, okay, this now ties into the conversation about our ETH NFTs coming back. We talked about Chromie Squiggles being swept up the other day. We saw weeks of those X-Copy, massive X-Copy sales. We've seen big CryptoPunk selling. We saw Jared from 8nap sell out that Rich Pool and Paper Crane collection. It's not sold out, but like selling decently. And then we're seeing big art pieces like this, selling for 10 ETH. Awesome artist here, by the way, like awesome collection. Let's just say bullish or bearish on ETH NFTs having a comeback soon.
I mean, bullish.
Bearish, dude. Sorry.
Not seeing it, huh?
No, not yet.
I'm gonna go bullish. I see it. I feel something's happening. I feel like something's cooking out there.
I hope so.
That's our bullish bearish, fellas.
Wait, can I add one? Can I add one?
Absolutely.
You'll appreciate it.
Yeah.
Bullish or bearish on Coldy DMing the CyberKong's account to thank us for his Promethean.
Wow.
You want to start? Or you want me to, oh yeah, Uda, you go and then I'll go.
Well, bullish. Coldy's a D-Gen, and Coldy's a nice guy. I think we've all met him in person at different points. Nice guy. Huge Pearl Jam fan.
Yeah.
Big Pearl Jam fan. I love that. I still need to ask him. We were DMing about the album, and I need to see if he's listened yet, because he was like us, fell out of love with him the past like decade plus. But I wonder if he's back. So love Coldy, bullish.
Bullish. He may have been the first big artist that we were aware of when we first came in. Is a super nice guy. Is very fucking cool. Very bullish on him.
Good dude.
Yeah,
good way to end it. Nice, like, positive vibes there, too. Again, Coldy's just like a feels-good kind of story for NFTs, paving the way for artists to have a future and a career here on the blockchain, proving the tech and provenance matters. Dipping his toes into Bitcoin, dude. He had his first ever mint last week, or Ordinals collection. So just great stuff all around. Love that dude. I love you guys, actually, too.
Oh,
so
thanks, dude.
Another fun time hanging with the boys, and an awesome time hanging with all of you guys that have been watching today, up to 1,200 plus.
Wow.
Again, mind-boggling, incredible, a ton of fun for us and an honor. So thank you guys yet again for sharing your time with us. Tomorrow, we're going to be back. What is tomorrow, Thursday?
Tomorrow, Kong's announcement.
Oh, my goodness, man.
I wanted to talk about it today, but I wasn't going to be the one that brought it up and, on the show.
Tomorrow, we melt Joe's tiny little heart.
That's amazing.
And then we don't have to talk about the Kongs ever again.
I have a feeling I got some bad news for you, Joe. I think we'll be talking a lot about them. I think they got shit coming, just whatever reason. I just feel I'm big on the feels, big on the energy, and I feel that energy. So it's going to be fun. Anyway, guys, tomorrow morning I'll be back with your morning market update. We'll have NFT live at 1 p.m. Eastern time. And then, of course, your gang here, the Inside NFTs gang, will be live at 4:30 p.m. Eastern time. Appreciate the hell out of you guys. We'll see you tomorrow.
Don't you know? Banging our heads to the rhythm of the code. We don't care about dollars or the shiny blade. We're just holding to zero. It's our everything. Round trip